Playing at Old Trafford is not for everyone, but imagine going from living the dream to living in a prison cell. Jail times, public shame, contract terminations, and a whole year away from the beautiful game. Yeah, this guy faced it all. But guess what? Mason Greenwood is back, doing what he does best, kicking a ball and scoring goals like nothing ever happened. So, what happened to Mason Greenwood? And where is he now? Here's how he went from hero to zero and, somehow, back to hero again. When Mason Greenwood first hit the pitch for Manchester United, he wasn't just some random kid in a jersey. He was the new kid on the block, getting all sorts of next Robin van Persie hype. This wasn't just some fairy tale either. He'd been with the club since he was like 6 years old. No doubt he had skills. Sir Alex Ferguson was chilling in his chair, rocking a blue shirt and grey jacket when Gary Neville hit him with a question that caught him a bit off guard. Which young player in world football do you rate the highest? Ferguson didn't miss a beat. Oh, Mason Greenwood. He was going to be a top player. That interview might have been filmed just 3 years ago, but Ferguson's endorsement of Greenwood was anything but surprising. He'd been buzzing around this young Manchester United forward for ages. Back in 2016, 3 years before Greenwood made his debut as a 17-year-old sub at Paris Saint-Germain, Ferguson had already dropped the gem at a League Managers Association lunch. He told former colleagues, "I think we have found one." Others at Old Trafford were equally hyped. Neville was over the moon, calling Greenwood the best, off the scale. And Nicky Butt, the treble winner and former United Academy head, was equally shocked. Butt had told Ryan Giggs, "Mason was the only one near to what I was at 17. He was that good. Ridiculous. Left foot, right foot, big, strong, quick, everything. Purely football, a genius." Greenwood's debut had him listed as the second youngest player to ever represent United in Europe, following Norman Whiteside from 37 years earlier. United knew they had a gem before Greenwood even hit 10 years old. Scouts had watched him play at Idle Juniors, a club close to his Bradford home. They saw him score all 16 goals in a 16-1 win. Yeah, you read that right. 16 goals. The milestones of Greenwood's early career were like a highlight reel. He pulled off a hat-trick for United's youth team against Chelsea, a game still remembered as a "I was there" moment by the Manchester Evening News. But recalled another legendary day away at Liverpool, where Greenwood turned a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 comeback win all by himself. He scored 2 free kicks and set up another goal. The kid was unreal. Jose Mourinho, then United's manager, had been eager to get his hands on Greenwood, only to find out the kid was still in school. Despite all the hype, Greenwood wasn't without his issues. He knew he was good, and that confidence sometimes turned into arrogance. He once threatened to ditch United for Manchester City in the middle of a training game. After a rumoured spat with his girlfriend, he didn't show up for a week. And on another occasion, he showed up wearing a hat he refused to take off. The scar underneath was apparently from a lover's tiff. Fast forward a bit, and we're in Singapore, at the fancy Fullerton Bay Hotel. Perfect backdrop for a Manchester United photo shoot, right? Greenwood stood out with a replica shirt bearing his new number, 26, upgraded from 47. And did I mention, he's still only 17. Just the day before, this teenager had smashed in the game's only goal against Inter Milan. Greenwood was still considered a youth player on the United website. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the boss himself, couldn't help but compare Greenwood's rise to that of Ryan Giggs. But unlike Giggs, Greenwood was off limits to the media. In Singapore, he was kept off limits to the media, a move that seemed to protect him as much as it did to build his mystique. Greenwood didn't just stumble into football, he was always a star in the making. A United kid who graduated from their academy, determined to make his dreams a reality. If you heard the name Mason Greenwood 4 years ago, you'd probably hear it next to the words like generational talent or future Ballon d'Or winner. He was in the same conversations as Jude Bellingham, Pedri, and Musiala, the next big things in football. His rise to fame wasn't out of nowhere. In July 2018, Greenwood made his senior team debut for Manchester United during a pre-season tour in the USA, at just 17 years old. His professional debut came soon after, in April 2019, when he came on as a sub against PSG in the 87th minute during United's dramatic 3-1 win. From there, it didn't take long for him to become a first-team player, scoring screamers every other weekend. He was England's next big hope, the new hero who might finally help the country land an international trophy. Every week he was in the headlines. Everyone wanted a piece of Mason Greenwood. Rio Ferdinand was singing his praises, and United even awarded him the iconic number 11 shirt in his first real season. By 2023, he had bagged 22 goals in 89 appearances, an impressive feat for someone who wasn't even starting every game. Fast forward a bit, Greenwood's 21, and his Manchester United career? Done. Over. Just as he was about to score his 23rd goal, the story took a dark turn. Greenwood's ex-girlfriend, Harriet Robson, shared a series of disturbing Instagram stories on January 30th, 2022. The post showed cuts, bruises, and secretly recorded videos of Greenwood. The captions painted a chilling picture. To anyone who wants to know what Mason Greenwood does to me. The videos and audio seem to show Greenwood forcing his girlfriend into an unwanted situation and physically abusing her. Within minutes, the story spread like wildfire, and Greenwood was swiftly dropped from United's first team, with the club launching an internal investigation. Things got even weirder, and Harriet's father released a statement saying the couple was still very much in love, claiming his daughter's phone was hacked and that the videos were never meant to be made public. The whole situation was bizarre. Why was a father defending his daughter's alleged abuser? People speculated that money might be involved, but nobody really knew. As the dust settled, Greenwood was arrested by Manchester police on charges of sexual assault and threats to kill. Just 2 days later, United doubled down on their statement, making it clear Greenwood wouldn't be seen at the club again. Released on bail, he found his life in shambles. Sponsors had abandoned him, his place in the squad was gone, and he seemed to have no one on his side. But just when it seemed like Greenwood's story was over, a twist emerged. In March 2023, he was spotted with Harriet again. This time, she was pregnant. With no conclusive evidence, and Harriet refusing to speak as a witness, the charges against him were dropped. United held their own investigation, weighing public opinion on a possible comeback, but eventually decided against it. Greenwood remained a divisive figure. Some fans were eager for his return, while others were staunchly against it. Then, on September 1st, 2023, Getafe, a Spanish club, took a chance and signed him on a season-long loan. To their fans, it was like Cristiano Ronaldo joining Real Madrid. They didn't care about his past, they just wanted his footballing skills. Greenwood didn't disappoint. In his first season back, he scored 10 goals and racked up 8 assists in 35 appearances, becoming a local hero. His final game saw fans chanting his name. As Greenwood returned to Manchester United, the debate reignited. Should he come back? The club decided not to take the risk and looked to offload him. In July 2024, Olympique Marseille signed Greenwood for €27 million. Once again, opinions were split. To many, he was still a hero, welcomed by thousands of fans at his arrival. But others argued he shouldn't play football again. Despite the controversy, Greenwood didn't let the hate slow him down. 9 days after joining Marseille, he scored his first goal in a friendly match. Now, the same questions remain. Does he deserve another chance in professional football, or should he be banned forever? Greenwood was once tipped to be what Jude Bellingham is now, a superstar on the rise. While the media couldn't create a hero out of Mason Greenwood, they certainly managed to do so with Jude Bellingham. For now, Greenwood's future in football remains uncertain, with fans, pundits, and the public divided on whether he deserves a place in the beautiful game. In just 2 years, Mason Greenwood went from facing a possible jail sentence to becoming a people's hero. After being accused of abusing his ex-girlfriend, Greenwood wasn't sure if he'd see freedom again, let alone step onto a football pitch. No training, no matches, just a future hanging in the balance while authorities investigated the allegations against him. But now, since joining Marseille, Greenwood's been on fire, starting every game and bagging 5 goals with an assist in just 3 matches. He even netted 2 braces against Stade Brestois and Toulouse. No wonder he clinched Marseille's Player of the Month prize. Do you think Greenwood's back at his best? Or is there still a bumpy road ahead? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this rollercoaster journey through Greenwood's career, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our latest videos.